Yo, if you're listening to this, you are listening to the High Five Friday podcast with me, Omar Prestwich. All right, let's get into it. What's going on, everybody? My name's Omar Prestwich. First, thank you so much for watching or listening, however it is that you're consuming this content. It honestly means the world to me that you would take some time out of your day to hear what I have to say. This is actually a blog format that I've been doing. I call it High Five Friday, and now I'm going to do the audio version of it and do a little podcast series. And so let me tell you about what High Five Friday is, and then I'll get right to this week's 5 bullet points that I do. So High Five Friday is a blog series that I started 27 weeks ago, hence this is number 27, where I started sharing things that I'm doing on a weekly basis to help me be better at chasing my dreams. And so there's 5 things that I always share. One is a positive quote or just a quote in general that really got my mind thinking. I share a podcast or something motivational that I'm listening to, always good. Number 3 is I share some music that really, something I'm really vibing with that I like, and hopefully you guys like it too. Number 4, I share something that I'm doing to better improve myself. It could be a mental thing, it could be a physical thing, just something that I'm doing. And then number 5 is something that I'm really pondering. It could be a question, it could be a thought, it could be, whatever it is, I'm just thinking about something and I want to share that. And the whole purpose of me documenting for the last 20, or at least writing about it for the last 27 months, is I find that if I can put my thoughts into words, for some reason it helps me be more accountable, and it helps me achieve my goals better, at least be more focused. And also I really want to motivate someone that's like me, that's really hungry to be their own boss, to pursue their dream, to make their side hustle a full-time thing, whatever it is. I know there's like millions of people that are a lot like me, and hopefully this will motivate you to take one step further into chasing your dream or being better or whatever it is, right? And so anyways, again, thank you so much. And that's what this is, the High Five Friday post, week 27. All right, so I'm just gonna get right to it. I have a little list right here, so I'm gonna look. All right, the quote actually that I really want to share this week that I think is so freaking cool is choose your choices. And I heard it in a podcast, Side Hustle podcast. You should listen to that. It's really good. But it was a recap episode, and one of the lines of it was choose your choices. And I find that's really interesting because when I plan for the next day, I know essentially what I'm going to wear, what I'm going to work on, what I'm going to do at the gym, even like meal prep or whatever. I like to have my next day planned, even like my whole week planned if possible. And that way, when the choice comes, I don't even have to make it. It's already done. And so that was a quote that really hit home for me, because I feel like you can manage your time and your goals if you just choose to do it that way. So choose your choices. So that's bullet point number 1. Number 2 is a podcast, and I'm a big fan of the Impact Theory podcast. It's I listen to it, or I listen to it via YouTube. But this one is Jesse Itzler. Hopefully I said his name right. And the title of it it's called "Stop Being Realistic and Shoot for the Moon." And the reason I really resonated with this episode for this week is because he actually talks about family, he talks about relationships, he talks about just being creative and thinking outside the box. This guy came from nothing, and he's built, a really awesome legacy and companies, and he just lives a really powerful and meaningful life. And it's just, the way that he talks about his relationships with friends and family, work, etc., it's something that, I can respect. And the fact that he actually did this out of pure creativity and hustle and heart and came from nothing, to me is really, really, really motivating. And so hopefully if you listen and watch, you'll also get some stuff out of it. Also, like another thing, I have a little bullet point here, is he talks a lot about rejection and how rejection is good, and, it shapes you. And I know that, like me in my life, I've faced, massive rejection from jobs, from relationships, from friendships, whatever it is. I've faced so many rejections, and I get down sometimes, but like Chumbawamba said, I get back up, and then I just fucking hit it. So, anyways, listen to it. It's really, really powerful. The next little bullet point that I want to share is a track. Did I already say it? Maybe I haven't. But if you know, you probably do. Kanye just dropped his new album. And one track that really stood out to me, and I don't know why, but this week, just I've been listening to it over and over, is I thought I thought about killing you today, and yeah. Anyways, it's weird how, at least for me, it's really poetic. Yes, it is a dark song, or however it is you want to interpret it, but it really, it resonated with me. I really do think that you have to love yourself. Um, when you love yourself, you kind of treat everyone a little bit different. I think you treat them better because self-love or self-care, whatever it is, you know how important it becomes. And at least this is just my thought process. As for me personally, try to better my life and improve it, I'm basically just loving myself, and it allows me to help a friend or a family member, a complete stranger, or whatever, with a little positivity. And that's kind of what I got from the song. I know it's a little bit on the dark side or whatever it is, but yeah, that's the song that I really dug for the week, and the whole album is just, in my opinion, just genius. Um, the last thing that I really want to share with you guys, something that I've been working on, is how to give value via social media. And I'm not necessarily talking about myself personally. I'm actually talking about for clients. What I do is I'm a freelancer. I do design and photography, social media curation, whatever along those lines, that genre. And I find that, like, when you're thankful for your clients, like, I'm really thankful that people and brands trust me to create stuff for them. That's a lot of responsibility because you're representing another person. And so what I'm trying to improve on is how to give the most value, not only to the client, but to the client's clients. And I think it all starts, it's weird where this is going, but it all starts with being thankful. When you're thankful for what you currently have right now, it's so silly. When you're honestly thankful for your job or your friends or whatever it is, things are a little bit different. You work harder, you respect people more, you show kindness a little bit more. And so, to tie it all back in, it's just something that I've been thinking about, and I study and I'm researching and I'm trying to apply. But I want to give my client the best work that I can because I'm honestly thankful that they would trust me to represent them. And in turn, what I'm creating, I really want the people that are consuming that content to also, to resonate with it. So I'm trying to give, two levels of value. And so that's what I'm working on. So that's it. That's a High Five Friday. It's really simple. The video is actually like 7-8 minutes. If you read this, it should only take you like 2 minutes. That's what I'm trying to do, is make this as simple and quick as possible. I'll link you guys to everything so you can have it. But again, thank you so much for listening and watching. It really means the world to me. It would even be awesome if you shared this with it doesn't matter who, but someone that's just trying to get an idea off the ground or trying to motivate themselves to be better at anything that they want. Just maybe share this video and be like, yo, this regular Joe is doing it. There's no reason you can't, because honestly, that's the truth. If you want to maybe ask a question that I can answer in a video or podcast format, that would be super awesome. And follow me on all social, just me, my name, Omar Prestwich, so at Omar Prestwich. And I'll see you, listen to you, talk to you next week on High Five Friday. See you.